All right, so to get started, let's just ground our body and wake our whole selves up. So take a moment to find your feet, lengthen your toes, lengthen your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, feel into your feet. Close your eyes maybe, and think about pushing down each toe individually. So that'll help calm your mind and just ground you into your body and your moment. And then see if you can ground your heel in a similar way where you just sweep some pressure around the heel edge. So that'll lift your arch. And then take one more deep breath. And on this breath, just simply think about lengthening up through the top of the head while keeping that pressure in your feet. So now you feel grounded, open. And then let's take one more and just using the arms, inhale, sweep up. Lengthen the body. And then exhale, press the arms down, just feeling your heart open and your shoulders sink back. Fantastic. All right, so hopefully a little more warmed up and awake. Let's start to move. So lift a knee and lift your arms when you're ready. Opposite knee. Yes. And then add your breathing. Nice deep breath. How much can you use your belly? Each exhale, pull your belly in. And then think about the elbows for a little bit and open your heart by pulling them down. Yes. And when you press into your foot, can you reach away from the heel? So that's going to open up that whole side waist. Yes, nice deep breath. Let's do about two more. One more each side. And then we'll reach and pull back. So reach forward and pull back. Yeah. And again, feel your heart open up. And if you want to open the back a little more, think about the reach. Yeah, so the more you think about your movement, the more you can get what you want out of it. Nice deep breath. See if you can, again, relax your face, relax your heart. Two more. Let's do one more each side. And then opposite knee, opposite arm. Yep, once you got one, you're good to go. And a nice deep breath. Find your body where you feel the most awake in this pose. Maybe you want to lengthen and sweep. Maybe you want to lift the knee a little higher to wake up the belly. Find what feels great. So one more, and then we'll reach and pull down. And a nice deep breath. Again, focus on the exhale, being nice and full. And that'll ensure your inhale is fresh. And then the last one, and we'll bring the feet down and inhale, rise up with the arms once again. This time clasp, and if you want a little back bend, take your tailbone back and then lift your heart. Soften your knees and take one more deep breath, expanding the front of your body. And then gently release one arm and sweep over. Roll the shoulders back. Take your chin and eye gaze up to your elbow. And a nice deep breath in and out. So at this moment, focus on the breath being a little more slow, deep, and even. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach that arm up, and we'll switch. Other arm rises, press the other hand, and gently C-shape. And then inhale the whole way up through your heart. You gently tuck your chin in, even though you're looking up, and that's just going to lengthen the back of the neck as much as possible. And then take another deep breath and see if you can really sink in. When you're ready, inhale, rise up, and we'll clasp in front. Tuck the chin. You can press the hands away or keep them towards you and wiggle out your shoulders. One more deep breath here, just getting the upper back open. And then hands come behind, clasp at the low back and lift your heart. And keep your knees soft, that'll help your joints. One more deep breath. And then gently you'll shake it out. All right, so we'll grab our block and our weights next. So if you have a block or a little pillow, you put that long ways between the feet. And then the weights, we're gonna bring them up shoulder height. So take a moment and find your feet. Again, lengthen the toes, lengthen the heels, but also squeeze into your block. So it'll add a little bit more leg work. And now lengthen head to tail. See if in your mind you can open your hips a little bit. So that just feels like you're using your core in a different way. And then elbows will come up shoulder height. Yep, and a little tiny pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Awesome. So just take a moment to breathe here to begin. I want you to scan your body. Notice how you're doing if you're holding any tension. And then with that in your mind, you know how to care for yourself a little better. So think about right behind your shoulder blades and ask that muscle to squeeze. Squeeze, yeah. Right there on the brow line. And then think at the same time about your front ribs, and I want you to hug them in. So that's going to counterbalance the strength from front to back. Nice deep breath. And then can you relax right around the neck, the jaw, the face. Yes. And then 4, 3, 2, we're going to come down and hold. Up a little, and then down and hold. So it's a relax and then squeeze. Inhale. And exhale. And then notice here, what do you need? Is there anything that you want to soften? Any place in your body you want to expand? For 3, and 2. And then stay at the bottom and we'll lift up. So up, 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 and then bring it in. Up, 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 and then squeeze. Yes, inhale. Exhale. So as you come down, can you also lengthen the head up? So just think about keeping your muscles long and expanded. For 3, and 2, and 1. So come to the bottom, little circles. Little circles. So see how quiet you can keep your ribs. Just working the shoulders and arms. Yes. Last one. And then reverse the other direction and circle. Yes. You look awesome. And then last one, stay here. We're going to bring our arms out. And just flip the palms up, flip the palms down. For 3, up and down. And 2, yes. Last one. So palms come down and then gently sweep to the sides. Open your heart, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach it up. So see if you can stay in that strength. You can take as much of a rest at the bottom as you want and then inhale up. Yes. Last 3, last 2, and down. And then at the top, stay up here, little circle for 4, 3, 2, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, up. 10 quick pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. It is always much heavier when your arms are out that wide. So you did awesome. All right. So considering if this is a sleepy morning, we're going to do triceps. Let's do one at a time. So we'll take one weight, bring them down. Sometimes this is harder for your tricep, but because you take it one at a time, it can also be a little more relaxing in terms of focus and body care. Okay, so let's take your left leg forward and then your right leg back. And think about your knees and guide them in line with your toes. So we'll practice that more at sun salutation, but just find that for a moment. Take your weight into your left hand. So bent leg, hand and weight. Now roll the shoulders back. And think about the long line head to tail. Now hug your ribs in. And then lean forward and see if you can keep that length in your back. Yeah. All right, so right hand, you can either have it on your hip, take the elbow back to the side, or you can cross it over your body just to add that little, your brain, using both sides of your brain if you touch your left leg. All right, so left elbow up, arm comes out, roll the shoulder back, and then a little bit of a lift, and lift, and lift, yes. So think about your left tricep, and for a moment, just think about that muscle squeezing, and squeeze, and squeeze. So your elbow stays nice and straight. Now think about the collarbones, and I want you to pretend you're expanding them out to your sides. So that's going to feel like you're squeezing the muscles in your back. Yeah, you look awesome. Now how can you add a little gentleness to your knees? So if you feel like your knees are kind of solid, can you soften them? You look great. So last few here. Next, think about the energy out your knuckles and try to get your left arm long. 3, 2, 1. Arms comes up and hold. Down an inch and then up and squeeze. down an inch, up and squeeze. Yes. So roll the shoulders back again. What muscle in your body can you lengthen? For 3 and 2. So you're staying in that work, very tiny motion. Now come to center, bend the elbow and push straight. So it's a very little bend and then push. Micro bend and push. And again, notice your feet. Can you push into the outer edges to lift your arch? For 3 and 2. Stay there and then take your palm towards your spine and in and in. Yes. You're doing awesome. Breathe through whatever you feel. Take breaks on your body once. For 3, 2, little L's. In, up, down, and out. In, up, down, and out. Yes, you look awesome. So see if you can relax your neck, open your heart. For 3, 2, 1, palm faces up. Roll the shoulders back and a little lift. And lift. So you're almost there. So last thing. So can you breathe through what you feel? Can you thank your body for the strength? For 3, 2, 1. Take quick pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in. So give that tricep a little bit of a release by bending your elbow. Yeah. Take a nice deep breath. And then one more breath. Imagine it go the whole way up through the head. So adding a little fresh energy and calm. And then exhaling, letting go of tension the whole way down to your toes. All right, so we'll switch sides. So you give your weight into your right hand. Your right knee is going to be bent in front. Take the left leg back. Before you do anything else, just find all 10 toes and line up your knees to the midline. Left arm, do you want the elbow to be on your hip, or do you want to cross, touch your thigh, or hold your belly? Roll the shoulders back. Take the right elbow up as high as you can. Lengthen out the right arm, and then a little lift up and up. Yes, nice deep breath. So see if you can soften out. So is that the cheeks that need to soften, the jaw, the collarbones. So first just find a gentleness. So once you have that, you're more able to use your energy where you want. So now think about the right tricep and add a little squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So just like last time, as you keep pulsing, think about your collarbones for a moment. Can you open them? So really take the shoulder blades to kiss behind your back. Yes, feel the squeeze in your tricep. So 3, 2, and then up and hold. Down a little bit, up and hold, down a little. So think again about the energy coming out through your right knuckles. That might help keep the elbow straight, the arm straight. For 3, and 2, and then up, stay, little circle, little circle. Nice deep breath, shoulders come back, opening the heart. And then reverse your circle. And how's your tailbone? Can you lengthen it away from the head? Feel long and straight. Yes, you look great. Last one, little bend in the elbow, push it straight. Very tiny bend and push. So you're almost there. Nice deep breath. For 3, and 2, and then up and move it towards your spine and towards your spine. Yes. Little pulse in. And what could you lengthen in the back now? Is there a certain muscle, certain vertebrae that you can open? You really have to use your core. For 3, 2, 1, and then little L's. In, up, down, and out. In, up. So you're almost there. Nice deep breath. What does your body need? Do you want to break? Do you simply need breath? For 3, 2, and then up. Now turn your palm up, roll the shoulder back, and a little lift. And lift. So this is your last thing before your pulses. You got it. Breathe. For 3, 2, up. 10 quick pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. First, just hug it in. Let that whole tricep extend. Yes, take a nice deep breath and feel your body. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your warmth. Just grateful for all of it. And then when you're ready, you can choose whatever hand you want to start with. I'm going to move it to the left since that arm was not recently working. It'll be easier to drop it back. And then lift up from your heels into your heart. So that creates a little back bend. You can take your tailbone back, and that will actually help the tricep open. Bend your knees a bit too. So that'll help keep your joints healthy and strong. And how's your breath? Can you run it through the body again? Can you soften the jaw, your cheeks? And then your right hand, let that wrap behind your back and rest. If you want to grab your weight, go ahead and grab it. And then think expansiveness. Again, up through the heart, down into the feet. And notice your face too. Is there something you could expand there? The jaw, the cheeks. What would feel great? And then take about 1 or 2 more deep breaths. And I want you to just notice if there's a little movement that would help you feel even more stretched and relaxed. And then when you're ready, gently let go of the bottom hand and move your hand that has the weight across. And then hug your shoulder. So you work that shoulder, so let it stretch. And add a little movement here. It's a certain rocking or direction of where your heart is faced. Help that muscle stretch. Nice deep breath. And then you can flip your palm and take a few more breaths into this shoulder. Stay and take 1 more deep breath. Just see what else you can get out of it. Make it feel good. And then when you're ready, we'll flip the hand and the weight. So now bring the weight into the opposite hand. Gently let it lower down, touch your elbow. And if you like that back bend again, it's soft knees, tail back, and then your heart up. And breathe. And see if you can relax your face and cheeks. And what do you need here? Is there anything at all that would help you feel good? And then take about 1 or 2 more deep breaths. So I want you to flow it through the body and notice if there's a little bit of a movement that would help you. Take your right hand, bring it down, let it open that shoulder, and hold on to the weight to open up the tricep. And now that you're attuned to what your body feels and needs, can you just explore this? Can you move around, find something good for about 2 more breaths? And then last deep breath here. And when you're ready, you can exhale and bring your arm with the weight in front, hug it down, and then add whatever movement is going to help you feel good. And also notice what feels stiff and be grateful for what your body did. That's a sign of all your work and shaping your muscle, and now you're lengthening it. And 1 more deep breath. And when you're ready, flip your hand and get a couple more breaths. Maybe add that movement, the direction you're facing, whatever it may be. And then last deep breath in. And when you're ready, let it go. So we're going to bring our weights down, let them go. Same with a block. And clear out your space for a little sun salutation next. Okay. So once you've found your front, you're going to firm step back. Let's find our mountain pose just like we started. So lengthen your toes, lengthen your heels, soften your knees. Take a deep breath, and as we began, I want you to press down into the feet. Maybe find each individual toe to calm the mind. Hold that and lengthen up into the crown. So see if your tailbone can also go down just a little as you open up your hips. So it's subtle, but you use your abs. Shoulders roll back to open your heart. Now take 1 deep breath and notice how you feel in this moment. What do you need? All right, so with that in mind, when you're ready, inhale, reach up. So with your need in mind, I want you to breathe and reach up as if you're creating it. You're helping yourself find that. And then exhale, bend the knees, dive down. So if you need grace, make it graceful. If you need strength, make it strong. Hands to shins or under the toes and inhale, flat back, extend, breathe in. And then exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, step your right leg back, and we'll find our first low lunge. And today, really focus on your knee alignment. So I want you to push into the heel, and then line up your knee with the midline of your toes in the front. So you can see that. Now, if you can, look back at your back knee and see if you can line them up with your toes. Sometimes our ankle does funny things. And then take 1 deep breath, lengthening head to back heel, just feeling alive and present to the body. Inhale. Exhale, press back to your downward dog or child's pose if you want. And lengthen out your hands. Exhale to soften your heart. Bend your knees and see if you can lengthen the tailbone up even more away from the wrists. So one more deep breath. You can see your heels, your ankles, your knees here. Can you line them up? So sometimes, again, our ankles do funny things. So now that you feel aligned, inhale, move forward to your plank if you wish to do a plank, kneeling or lifted. Shoulders, connect them behind you. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower halfway or the whole way down. And when you're ready, come down to the mat, point the toes back, and inhale, lift your heart for baby cobra. Now tuck your chin a little bit to lengthen the back of the neck, and I want you to think about your tailbone. Can you lengthen it towards your heels? It takes a lot of lift of your belly. And then one more deep breath in, and exhale, tuck your toes and push and pull back to your child's pose or downward dog. And we'll find alignment again. Can you press the palms of your hand? Can you lift your tail from your hands? Can you sweep your armpits out, your chest open? Bend your knees and lift your tail. And then find your ankles in line with the toes one more time. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and step the left leg forward, and we'll find your little lunge on this side. All right, so now you did this before, so I want you to notice, again, did you come line up a little bit better? So one more deep breath here, just holding your power, feeling your length, feeling alive. And then exhale, step it in and allow yourself to relax. Take 2 deep breaths and see if each exhale, your head can go deeper, your hips can go higher. And then bend your knees and lift your eyes and inhale, rise up, press down to lift. And then exhale, hands come back down to your mountain. So open your heart again, bend your knees and lengthen head to tail. And I want you to take one breath and just notice how you feel here. So having done that low lunge on the same side, can you feel how one hip is open? And then reminding yourself of what you need or finding a new thing within you. We'll rise again. Inhale, reach up. So lift and lengthen. And then exhale, bend the knees and dive down. Again, noticing how you can serve your body to create health. Hands to shins or under the toes. And lengthen with what you need. Create it. Exhale, let go. Knees bend, left leg goes back first. And then we'll pause here and find that alignment. So line up your knee with your heel, with your mid-toe. And then if you can, look at the back knee and do the same. And then hold your space. Lengthen head to heel and just take a breath present to your body. Inhale and exhale back to your downward dog or child's pose. What is it that would feel great? Open your heart by drawing the shoulder blades together behind. One more deep breath. Can you line up again, toes, knees, and ankles? And then inhale forward to your plank. Kneeling or lifted, draw the shoulders together. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower halfway or all the way. And then inhale up dog or baby cobra. Take one deep breath, lengthening head to back tail. And then exhale back to your downward dog. And take a cleansing breath. Again, practice the knee, heel, and toe alignment. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right leg forward. So one more time, a lunge on this side. Line up your knees, your toes, your heels. And then take one deep breath, just feeling the left hip open. Inhale. And then exhale, step forward. And allow yourself again to rest in the fold. So this time, if you want, you can hug your elbows and simply allow your body to hang. One more deep cleansing breath. And then gently let the hands go. Bend the knees, lift your eyes first. And inhale, press the heels down to rise up. Feel the connection of grounding to lift. Tail back, heart open if you want to back bend. And then exhale, hands come back to heart center. Okay, fantastic. So hopefully now you feel like your blood's flowing and you're really caring for your body. All right, so if you want, you can draw or have a weight close to you. So I didn't bring a chair over, but you are welcome to have a chair to hold on to and balance. And you can just kind of put it right in front of you or to your side. We're going to do 3 and then 1 extra of just coming the whole way down and rising up. So this is a really strong one for your body. But again, it's very gentle because it's taken slow. So I want you to take your heels and really draw them together and then turn your toes out. And when you look down, what you've been practicing, I want you to line up your toes in the direction, your knees in the direction of your toes. So when you look down, your knees aren't rocking in or out. You're actually using your thighs to get them in line. All right, so lengthen head to tail. Now squeezing the heels together, gently lift them up off the mat. Now if your heels came apart, just walk your feet towards each other and they'll touch again. Inhale. Exhale, looking at the toes this first time to make sure you're in line. I want you to gently come down. Now your heels will come apart at some point in your body's ability here, just because of the way that we're made. Yeah, that's it. You look great. Open your heart, inhale. Now think about your toes and press all 10 down. So I want you to push the pinky toe as much as the big toe until your heels can come together, then push them. Yes, awesome. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, line up the knees and the toes and start to lower down. See if you can really stack the spine. Heels can come apart, but I want you to grip all of your toes. Yeah, really grip them. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, push into the toes. Can you push all of them? Use all your toes. Then the heels, push into them. Yes. Let's do one more just like that. Nice deep breath in. And then when you're ready, press into the feet. Gently come down. Let the heels come apart when they're ready, but use all your toes. Yes. Nice deep breath in here. And then use all of your toes. Press, 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 press. Heels together and lift. All right, so you hopefully are already feeling that. So if you want, we're just going to do one more. So you're welcome to hold a weight and just see what this feels like. It'll kind of turn your balance where you really have to focus. All right, so push into the toes, find your heels where they squeeze, and then lift off your mat. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly come down. Make sure the knees are lining up with your toes. Let the heels come apart. Yes, you look awesome. Nice deep breath in. And then exhale, push into your toes. Press your heels together and lift. All right, awesome job. So now we have a weight. If you want your chair, you're just going to hold it to the side. But we're going to do some of our curtsy lunges. So I want you to have space to step back. Okay, so wait, the way that you're holding it, you're just going to hold it out in front. Shoulders come back. Put all of your weight into your left foot and then bend both knees so you can start to kickstand the right foot. And if you have a mat, if you kind of stand to the right side of the mat, you'll be able to curtsy the leg back and still be on your mat. All right, I'll walk you through. So inhale, open the heart. And then exhale, step the right leg back and kind of curtsy to the side. So you're turning your right hip open. And here's why we're focusing on our heels and our knees so much. So right now, I want you to look at your front knee. Make sure it's going in the direction of the toes. Think about your back knee. You can look at it, you can, and then point in the direction of the toes. Yes, so that is great for your joints. All right, so stay here and a little tiny pulse down, and pulse, and pulse. And then lift up and down, pulse, 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 and lift. Down for 3, 2, 1, and lift. So just like you did in your plies, I want you to push all of your toes when you lift. So down, 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 press the toes. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and lift. So last time, 3, 2, 1, and lift. So now we're going to start to move. So bend the knees and then tap the right leg forward, sweep it back, and just pulse once. Lift, step, tap, sweep, and then drop. Lift, step and tap, sweep back, and drop. Yes. So you can find this at your own pace. If I'm going a little too fast, but I want you to feel that right now the key is control, and you can feel your left corner seat. It is working. So 2 more. Can you lengthen your left side waist? Hold your belly in to feel like you're lengthening. So last one. So we're going to do the same thing, but I want you to see if you'd like, you can add a balance. So we'll step back, same pulse, and then come in and lift your right knee. And then sweep it back, pulse, up, and then right knee. Yes, you're doing awesome. So here we go. Think about pressing down all of your 5 toes on the left side, and that might help you lift if you feel like you're gripping a mat. So last 2. Yes. All right, one more full set. So you're going to sweep back, and then you're going to come in balance, and let's do 10 pulses. So we come back, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Great job. So drop the weight just for a moment so you can kind of wiggle out of it. So I want you to take your knees and bend them. And then left foot, take your heel across the right. And then wiggle down. So I want you to open up the left butt cheek. So you can kind of pull your left hip back, down, and play with that and just see what feels good. Shoulders roll back, soften your face. And we'll do more stretching in a bit. So you can unwind your feet, bend your knees a lot, and then slowly roll the back up, kind of wiggling out, opening your spine. And then one more stretch before we switch. Your right heel, I want you to push it down into the mat, and then wiggle your ankle side to side. So that's just going to open up the calf that works so hard. Nice deep breath. And then exhale, let it go. Come together however you like. Kind of shake it out, and we're going to switch sides. So it is your left leg that's going to do all the moving, and your right leg that's going to be grounded and get that strong glute work. So when you're ready, if you like the weight, you can hold it in front. Now press your body into the, left side of your mat, and then put all of your weight into your right foot. Really spread the toes. Kickstand the left. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen head to tail. And then exhale, we'll sweep back, and we just pause this first time. Now notice your knees and line them up in the direction of your toes. So really use your thigh muscles. All right, you got it. So now we're gonna pulse. So 3, 2, 1, and lift. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Yes. So we're just starting that work in our legs. You can feel it starting to build. How's your shoulders? Can you roll them back and open your heart? How's your spine? Can you lengthen the tail down, head up? 3, 2, 1. Yes. So 2 more sets of pulses, and then last one. All right, so we're adding our movement now. So make sure your knees feel supple, and then we'll step the left leg into the side, tap, bring it back, and take one lunging bend. Yep, and then tap in. Step back, lunge, yes. Okay, so I want you to think about the grounded foot and really press into all 5 toes. Push into the outer edges of your heel. That'll help you balance. Yes. And then 2 more just like this. And if you want to grow the pose, on this next time we'll add the knee lift. So you're going to lunge, and then if you like, lift the left knee. Come back, lunge, and then lift. And remind your body at your own pace. What feels good to you? What is most helpful? Yes. And so 3, you've got it. Can you lengthen the right side waist on this set? Last 2. 1 more full set. So once you come back, we'll add our pulses for 10, 9, 8. So lengthen the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Step it out. Great job. So drop your weight. Give a little shake. And we're going to do the same stretches, and then we'll come down for some deeper ones. So bend the knees. Take a nice deep breath. Take your right ankle, cross it over the left. Try to shimmy your right hip until you found where the stretch feels really beneficial. And then see if you can lengthen your spine and lengthen your heart now. And notice your body, notice how you feel. Thank her for all the work that she's done so far. Give your body another shimmy, find your stretch, and take about 2 more breaths. And then feet will come down, bend your knees, and roll up the spine. So give your spine a break. Stack your vertebrae one by one. Shake it out. And now it's the left heel. We're going to give a calf stretch. So push your left heel back, and then wiggle side to side through the ankle. And make sure your spine is still long here. So I want you to gently hold the core in and see if you can lengthen. Yes, nice deep breath. All right, so coming into some more stretches, I want you to just bring your hands down and then drop your left knee to the mat. So now you feel like your left hip is opening up. Nice deep breath. Now give a little rock side to side of your hips. And now take your hips back to lift your right toes and rock again. So I want you to get a hamstring stretch now. Yeah. So if you have a body that likes doing a split, you could turn that into a split instead of just a hamstring stretch by pushing your heel forward. Take 2 more breaths. What do you need? Now gently come out of that. And I want you, we're going to come to pigeons. I want you to take your right foot over to the left, so you're bending your knee, and then you're just going to kind of sit onto your right hip. So if you don't like that, just sit to your right side, and both your feet can sweep to your left side. Once you're there, sweep your left leg back, and then inhale, lift your heart center. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin, drop your tail. Yeah, and take 1 more deep breath here. I want you to play with the foot position. You can flex your foot, that'll be a little more challenging, or you can tuck your foot into your groin, and that'll be a little gentler. So what does your body want? And then once you have that, lengthen the heart, inhale, and exhale, walk the hands over your leg and rest into an extended pigeon. And that little rocking motion, that might help you here. So rock your hips a bit until you feel like your back and your corner seat are able to loosen. Take about 1 more deep breath. And then gently bring it up. And just another moment to lengthen heart to back hip. So if you wanted to hold on to the ankle for a little bit of a thigh stretch, you could do that for a moment. And last deep breath here. Make it slow. So if you chose to hold your ankle, let that drop very gently. Sit to your right so you can sweep the left leg. And you're going to sweep it in front of the right so that you're sitting in an easy pose. If you'd rather, you can stack the left foot on top and then use your hands to walk your sit bones back. And a couple of breaths here, hands behind. Inhale, lift your heart up. At the same time, tuck your chin so the back of the neck stays long. 1 cleansing breath the whole way up, the whole way down. And then gently walk your hands forward. And now let your spine stretch. So tuck your chin in, and that'll help keep the neck long in this position. As you breathe, lengthen your tailbone back and your head forward. And then very gently start to walk it up. All right, so this time if you just bring your weight over to your left hip, you'll be able to sweep out the right leg so you can put the foot behind you. And then we're gonna come to pigeon first on this side, so you can kind of wiggle your right leg back the whole way. And then play with your foot position. Do you wanna flex it beneath you, or do you wanna point the toe and tuck it into your groin? So that'll change it. Now inhale, lift your heart. Think about wiggling the right leg back. And when you're ready, exhale and gently walk it down and allow yourself to really rest. If it helps you, add that gentle movement of your hips, swaying them side to side. And with each breath, give yourself permission to rest and to feel nourishment. One more deep breath. Gently inhale and walk it up. And we're going to give another moment to lengthen the heart up, shoulders back, and then extend the right knee back. So if you wanted to add the thigh stretch here, now's your chance to hold your ankle. And just take a few breaths. So we're only here for a short moment. Just breathe. If you have the foot, gently let it go. Now use your hands. So we're going to transition now into our other stretches. So use your hands to push your hips up so that you can take your left leg out. So if you don't like that, find this pose however you want, and then drop your right knee back down. So now you're on the other side, and I want you to add that little bit of movement side to side to open your hips. Nice deep breath. So take about one more breath, make it what you need. And when you're ready, take your hips back and lift your left toes. So now you're stretching the back side of your leg on the left side. So if you like the split, here's the opportunity. And then add that little bit of rocking. It's all about finding what your body needs in this moment. There's no right, there's no wrong. And then one more deep breath. And when you're ready, gently come out of it. So you can bring both knees together. And then we're just going to sweep so we can come to a sit. So bring the feet in front. All right. So you have done an awesome job. So we're just going to do a few moments of abs and then finish up our deep stretches. So if you want to have a weight again, we're going to keep using that as a little extra. So with your knees bent, I want you to find your sit bones. So walk your body and butt back until you feel like you're sitting on your bones. And then shoulders come back, line up. So you practice this. Line up your knees, your ankles, your toes, get them nice and straight. And then shoulders back, arms in front. We're going to roll it down. So inhale. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and see if you can lay each vertebrae down one by one. So nice and slow. And now pause at the bottom. Take the arms straight to the sky. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. And I want you to hug your ribs in. Now without your belly moving at all, so the ribs can't pop, I want you to take your arms overhead if you like. So only do that if you feel like your abs can stay connected. Yeah, so it's a little extra upper ab work. Inhale. And then exhale, arms come up to the sky. And now you can start to peel up. So reach the arms forward, take the eyes towards them, and slowly lift one vertebrae at a time. If you need, hold on to the thighs. And then your legs can stay bent or straight. Yes. So find your sit bones again. Nice deep breath in, feet flexed. And exhale, slowly roll it down. So this is about your body and control. There's no rush. When you're at the top, remember to squeeze your ribs with your abs. And then take the arms overhead if your body likes that. Inhale. And then exhale, start to move it up. So feel your abs strengthen and lift. And push through that little challenge part or hold your thighs. Then take a deep breath here at the top. Open your heart, shoulders back. Yes. And then exhale, slowly roll it. Fantastic. So hold the abs, arms overhead. So we're going to do just two more. So breathe in. And then exhale, lift. And so since we only have two more, I just want you to think about perfecting it for you. So what's one little thing that you could do better? Maybe you take the shoulders back, open the heart, breathe in. Or here, as you come down, just focus on control. It's all about those slow little opportunities for growth. Yes, you're doing awesome. Hold the ribs, take one more deep breath. And then exhale, reach it up. And we're going to roll one more time. Yes. So arms, yes, yes, yes. And then let the weight go. All right, so let's roll it down without the weight, or you can just lay back, breathe in. And when you're ready, gently roll it down. And then this time, just let your ribs pop. So do the opposite of what you were doing with strength work. So your ribs lift so you can stretch your abs all the way from your wrists down to your hips. Nice deep breath. And now take one knee, hug it in. Use your hands to draw close and roll your ankle in both directions. And then take that leg up to the sky, hold it in tight, and roll your ankle again. And now be gentle with your grip. So now you can loosen your hands. And if you want, take your leg and rock it side to side to get an outer thigh and then an inner thigh stretch. So if you'd rather just hold steady, you can. But find what feels good. And then if there's a place that you'd rather pause and hold a stretch, go ahead. Take a few deep breaths wherever you are, or whatever you chose to pause in. And then gently hug both knees. And give yourself a little circle around the tailbone. So you just rock your tail and then reverse the direction. And other leg. So hug the other knee in, lengthen the other foot out. Roll your ankle. And then lift your heel, hold behind, draw it in gently, and roll your ankle again. Now loosen your grip and start to rock if you enjoyed that dynamic stretch. Just side to side, as slow as you want. Just finding the places in your leg that's going to enjoy stretch. And then if you want to pause anywhere, go ahead and pause. Give yourself a little extra time to sink into the stretches you found. And how's your breathing? Slow, steady, kind. One more deep breath. And then hug your knees again and give yourself that roll. So this time take your feet together and you're going to let your knees open and then arms overhead. So now we're opening our hips and letting the belly lift. You can hug your elbows or let your hands just lay open onto the ground. And how's your breathing? Can you let it rise and fall as deeply and calmly as possible? Playing with the stretch, simply extend one leg straight. So now you're in a reclined tree and take a couple breaths on that side. Switch which leg is bent and which is straight and take a couple breaths. And then bend your knees into your heart. And now we're going to take our knees over to one side for a twist. So you can kind of hug them up into your waist and then just twist them over to one side. Take your eyes in the other direction. If you want, you can hold on to your legs with a gentle touch and extend your opposite arm out. And take 2 deep breaths, really hugging your belly in on the exhale. That'll massage your organs and just help your spine unwind. As you're ready, gently change sides. So bring your knees high into the other side. Let them rest, eye gaze, and opposite arm goes out. Place your hand wherever it's comforting. And take a few deep breaths, relax your jaw, relax your cheeks. And then 2 more breaths, really hugging your belly into your spine. And then the last one, just roll over to one side and allow yourself to rest on that side. And as you rest, I want you to feel how your body is moving with breath, how you're warm as your heart beats, and just simply feel cared for, loved, nourished, and feel the ground hold you up. You're allowed to just let go. When you're ready, gently press to come forward, and we'll take the feet under us. So hover off the balls, onto the balls of the feet, off the heels, and let your chest really hug your thighs. So you're stretching your calves. And even here, the alignment principle will help your joints. You can push into the toes, the heels, and just notice how that helps open up your ankles. And one more deep breath. Really let your weight sink into your legs. And then when you're ready, gently let the hips rise, roll it up slow. Separate the feet and we'll take our 3 deep breaths. So knees bend, inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, last full one, all the way up, all the way down. And you did awesome. So I hope you feel really strong, centered, and that this really helped your body. So thanks so much. You did awesome.